Anthropology and the study of culture. Anthropology. Humans studying humans. This is the field of anthropology. Unlike other disciplines of the social sciences, anthropology promotes a holistic study of humans, derived from the Greek words anthropos, which means humans, and logos, which means study. Anthropology seeks to answer the primary question, what does it mean to be a human? This allows for an extensive and exclusive approach such that anthropology studies humans as both biological and social creatures. Biologically, it inquires on the genetic composition of humans, their relationship with other primates, and their evolution. Socially, it inquires on human behaviors, attitudes, and belief systems, which range from birth practices to burial rites. There are 5 points in inquiry addressing the 5 subdisciplines of anthropology, and these are archaeological, cultural, linguistic, physical, and applied. The first one is archaeology. When we say archaeology, it examines the remains of ancient and historical human populations to promote an understanding of how humans have adapted to the environment and developed. When we say archaeology, it is the study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of artifacts and other physical remains. It's a multidisciplinary field that combines elements of anthropology, history, and the natural sciences to understand past human societies, cultures, and behaviors. The second part of subdisciplines is cultural. Cultural has become the anthropology that promotes the study of societies' cultures through their beliefs, systems, practices, and possessions. When we say cultural, by creating a deep meaning to it, it refers to an aspect of human society that are learned and shared among the individuals with a particular group or community. It encompasses a wide range of phenomena including beliefs, values, customs, traditions, language, art, music, literature, rituals, and norms. Cultural shapes how people perceive the world, interacting with each other and expressing themselves creatively. It is transmitted from one generation to another, to the next through various means such as education, storytelling, and socialization. Cultural diversity is evident across different society and can vary greatly even with a single society due to the factors such as ethnicity, religion, geography, history, and social-economic status. By understanding the cultural dynamics, it is essential for us comprehending human behavior and social structures and the way in which societies functions and evolve over time. The third type of subdisciplines in anthropology is linguistics. When we say linguistic, anthropology examining the language of group of people of its relations to their culture. Linguistic has become a broad field in encompassing both theoretical and applied aspects. Theoretical linguistics seeks to understand the fundamental properties of language and the understanding of principles that underlie all human language, while applied linguistics focuses on practical issues such as language teaching, transitions, language planning, and the use of language in various contexts such as in legal systems or in healthcare. Overall, linguistics provides insights into the nature of human communication and the way in which languages shapes that reflect human thought, culture, and identity. Second to the last is physical. When we say physical, it is the anthropology that looks into the biological development of humans and their contemporary variation. Also known as the physical anthropology, it is the subfield focuses on the biological and physical aspects of humans and their relatives, both past and present. It encompasses the study of humans' evolution, human variation, primatology, and even the study of non-human primates, osteology, the study of bones, forensic anthropology, paleoanthropology, which is the study of ancient humans and their ancestors. Last, it is the applied. When we say applied anthropology, it attempts to solve the contemporary problems through the applications of theories and approaches of the disciplines. In some interpretations, applied anthropology is recognized as distinct subfield that encompasses the practical and application of anthropological principles across all the subdisciplines. Applied anthropology works in various settings including government, agencies, non-profit organization, international development organization, and private sectors companies. They apply anthropological theories, methods, and perspectives to address issues such as public health, environmental sustainability, community development, human rights, and intercultural communication. Applied anthropology often works directly with communities and stakeholders to develop cultural appropriate solutions and promote social change. Once again, these are the 5 subdisciplines of anthropology. The first one is archaeological, cultural, linguistics, physical, and applied. Anthropologists need to establish rapport with their host societies before they can extract the life stories of people. This is important as people would not usually discuss personal matters to a stranger after a significant amount of time when the key informant is already accustomed to the presence of the anthropologist. Questions could now be asked. Key informants are individuals in a society who have significant knowledge on the topic being studied by the anthropologist.
Culture. Culture is everything. It is what a person has, does, and thinks as a part of society. This implies all of a person's belief system, set of behaviors, and material possessions. As such, it can be said that culture is a powerful agent in shaping the decisions and actions of humans. Given a situation, it consists of the material and the non-material. Material culture includes all the tangible and visible parts of culture, which include clothes, food, and even buildings. The types of material culture present in societies differ, as each society is configured by its environment and history. Non-material culture includes all the intangible parts of culture, which consist of values, ideas, and knowledge. Just like material culture, the belief and value systems of societies differ from one another based on their environment and history. Values are concepts that are culturally determined. It separates what is acceptable from that which is taboo. On the other hand, beliefs are culturally approved truths that deal with the specific parts of human life. Culture is learned. Culture is a set of beliefs, attitudes, and practices that an individual learns through his or her family, school, church, and other social institutions. The process of learning your own culture is called enculturation. As you interact with your immediate family and peers, you learn the values and accepted behaviors in your society. Due to constant interaction between societies, culture can be modified to accommodate desirable traits from other cultures. This process is called acculturation. Music may be one of the most transferred forms of culture from one society to another. When the culture of the older generation comes into conflict with the needs and realities of the younger generation, deculturation happens, where the reason for the culture has been lost, and even the cultural trait itself is in the process of being forgotten. Culture is shared. The set of behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs that a person possesses is part of a greater collection of values and ideas that is communally owned and practiced by members of a society. This implies that a particular behavior cannot be considered as a culture if there is only one person practicing it. Culture is shared intergenerationally. Hence, to share a culture, it must be taught to members of contemporary society who will, in turn, teach the younger generation.
The Venn diagram indicates the difference of culture of parenting society and culture of interacting society, in which in the middle it can be seen that there is a culture of individual. The difference between the parenting society and interacting society is that the culture of parenting society refers to the norms, values, beliefs, and practices surrounding how parents raise and socialize their children with particular society. It encompasses everything from parenting style and disciplinary methods to educate approaches that rules assigned to their children within the family structure. This culture is deeply ingrained and shaped by the various factors such as historical, religion, economic, and social influences. On the other hand, the culture of interacting society pertains to the broadened patterns of social interactions, communication, and interpersonal relationship with a given society. It includes the customs, manners, etiquette, and communication styles observed in everyday interactions among individuals, groups, and communities. This culture governs how people engage with each other in various social settings, including work, school, and community, and event and public spaces. The middle part, it can be seen that the culture of individual is in between of culture of parenting society and culture of interacting society. It is the concept that highlights the unique beliefs, values, behaviors, and practices of a specific person. It is essentially the personal culture that an individual develops based on their background, experiences, upbringing, and personal identity.
Culture affects biology. Humans are born into cultures that have values on beauty and body. As such, they alter their bodies to fit into the physiological norms that are dictated by culture. This means that a person's physical biological aspect can be changed or deformed based on the norms of their culture. Let's have an example. This is a picture of the woman of Mursi tribe in the Umo Valley in Ethiopia. As you can see in the picture, the women have very large earlobe earrings or plates and large lip plates. This is not only worn as a cultural identity of them being a part of the Mursi tribe, but a symbol of beauty and status. The larger the plates and the lips and ears are, the higher the social standing in the Mursi community. Next is the lotus feet. Lotus feet is a practice in China from the 10th century to the early 20th century. This involves binding the feet of young girls to prevent normal growth, creating a lotus-like shape in their foot. This practice symbolizes beauty, status, and social standing, with the ideal foot size often referred to as the golden lotus or silver lotus. Bound feet were associated with traditional gender roles and ideals of femininity, promoting gracefulness and submission. Some interpretations also suggest that bound feet were erotic, restricted mobility adding to their allure of hidden sensuality. The interaction between human physiology and culture is not unilateral. As culture affects the physical traits of a person, culture can also be defined by the normative physical characteristics of humans. This can easily be seen in the material culture of a society. The designs of machines and other forms of material culture are based on the physical traits of a given population. This only suggests that culture is not the only one who can instruct changes in physiology but also vice versa, which means physiology can dictate the norms of a culture. Culture is adaptive. Culture is a tool for survival that humans use in response to the pressures of their environment. Both the material and the non-material of culture are influenced by the goals of humans to address their needs as dictated by their environment and their biology. An example of this is the incorporation of foreign cuisine into local menus in response to changing demographics and tourism reflects the adapted nature of culture. Another example is the adoption of social media platforms by indigenous communities to preserve and share traditional knowledge, showcases how culture can adapt to technological advancements. Next is culture is maladaptive. Culture can also cause problems for those people who subscribe to it. These problems arise when the environment has changed and culture has remained the same. An example of this are practices such as arranged marriage. While deeply ingrained in some cultures, can lead to interpersonal conflicts and unhappiness among individuals who are forced into unions without their consent, resulting to living in a per se nightmare life when married to someone they do not love. Culture changes. The final characteristic of culture is that it is never static. This dynamism of culture is due to the changing needs of humans as they interpret and survive in their environment. As such, culture is continuously reinvented by people. From the clothes that we wear and to the food that we eat, culture can be seen as ever-changing. Culture is indeed dynamic. It changes over time. It does not stay as it is from where it started from, but at the same time, it can also do not stray off from the original culture. The key strength of anthropology as a discipline of the social science is its holistic approach to study humans, which means it not only focuses on a single aspect of human but every aspect of it, hence holistic. It is holistic in the sense that it studies humans both as biological and social creatures, human behavior from the time that species existed to the time that it will decease, human behavior from all regions of the world, and all forms of humans' actions and beliefs. Such lens in understanding the human species allow anthropology to provide a comprehensive insight into the nature of humans and trajectory of their behaviors. And that is the significance of anthropology, especially to us.